In today's video, we are revisiting yet another piece of gaming memorabilia, and that is the Gameboy Advanced SP. Straight off the bat, did you have a Gameboy Advanced SP?
I did not, but I did.
Oh, what does that mean? Expand.
It means I did not have one when it came out.
Right.
But then I got one eventually.
When did you get it?
I think I was in year 12 when I got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you was it like a CX thing or?
You can call it that because CX didn't exist at the time. But
in year 12?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
Not for me.
Bro, one of my boys was working in CX when we were in year 12.
We're not in the same year group though.
But that was like, what, a year apart?
We're not in the same year group,
bro.
Small boy.
We're not the same. We are not the same. We're not the same. Nah,
it was like CX, but it wasn't CX.
It wasn't CX. Oh, okay, cool. And what game did you? What game do you remember having on it, or games?
Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that the only one that you had on it, or was there like?
No, that's the one that I bought with it.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. And what would you say? Do you have any more games after that as well? Or is it
no, of course. I don't remember off the top of my head what I had, but probably a Pokemon game in there.
Okay, cool.
I think there was a Pokemon game in there. Sonic as well. Don't remember which one. One of them.
Might be Sonic Advance, all right?
Maybe.
Probably that, because I had Sonic Advance 2 on my Game Boy Advance. But yeah, like my earliest memory, I remember it was Christmas of, I feel like I would like to say 2006, 2005, 2006. No, yeah, I think I might even be earlier than that. But I remember getting a Game Boy Advance SP and basically just losing my shit. Like I completely lost my shit. Like when I had one, and I think the game that I had on it was a Crash Bandicoot. So you know, I'm not sure if people remember this, but basically back in the day, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro had a collab in their games. So basically, Crash Bandicoot would be in Spyro's world, and Spyro would be in Crash Bandicoot's world. And they basically had a franchise. I think they had it over GBA and over, I think, PlayStation and Xbox at the time, if I'm not mistaken. But I had the Spyro one, where basically Spyro was in Crash Bandicoot's world, and I had another one where Crash Bandicoot was in Spyro's world. So I had both games, and I remember banging that out to the heavens. And then the earliest memory I have is basically this is the original one I had. So I still have this, like, after all these years, I basically still have this Game Boy Advance SP with me. And yeah, it served me well, dog.
I got the pink one still.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I loved about the SP? I would say it had the most design.
Do you know what SP stands for though?
Nah. Is it special? I don't know.
It is.
It is?
It is.
There we go. I got it. I'm really a fan. But yeah, like I feel like the SP had the most design iterations next to the PSP. Like they had
more.
It probably had more, because I remember there was this one. Then you had the tattooed, like the tatted one. Then I remember when Ruby and Sapphire came out, I think they had a red and blue one.
Yep.
Then there's the pink one.
Yep.
Then you had this one, which is basically like the NES one as well, which I also had. But we'll get to this one later, because there's something special about this one. And then you just had like a whole number of other more iterations I'm pretty sure there was like a limited edition Pikachu one as well. Like there was Defo Mario one as well, I remember. So there was,
I believe there was a Clear Shell one as well.
Yes, yeah. So there's been absolutely mad iterations of the Game Boy Advance SP, and I think this piece of like portable gear is absolutely beautiful. I remember ever since they introduced the light, because before in the Game Boy Advance, like the previous Game Boy Advance, you didn't have one. And ever since they introduced it with this, a lot of sleepless nights for a lot of kids. Like those typical memes that you see, laying in bed with the SP or DS, mum comes in the room, pretend to be sleeping, wake back up again, slap open Mario Kart or Sonic. But yeah, the two games I've got, the one I've got in this one is Pokemon Fire Red, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this one is Pokemon Fire Red. And then this one I've got in this one is Pokemon Emerald. I literally bought all my Pokemon games. Like I had Ruby. I wanted basically to be the one that had both. So I wanted Ruby and Sapphire, but I got Ruby, which is this one. And then I also got Leaf Green, which is my first one. And then I ended up getting Fire Red afterwards as well. So basically these ended up just being all the games that I just ended up playing. I had Sonic Advance 2. I had Wario Land 3, I think it was. And then there were just I had Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. That game was my first introduction to the Game Boy Advance SP. Okay. I mean to Kingdom Hearts, sorry. That was my first game that introduced me into the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And yeah, this piece of gear is absolutely beautiful. And I think now more than ever, you have a lot of people who are modding them. I remember you obviously off camera, you were saying how you wanted to go to Japan to actually get a proper shell about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular that you like about the SP or anything in?
I mean, it's just a good console, isn't it? Not much else to say on that matter.
And I think it was definitely something that was somewhat revolutionary, I guess, for what it was worth. Like in terms of taking that next step upwards, because the DS was inspired off of this.
Yeah, it was like the PSP Go of the Game Boy.
Of the Game Boy series, yeah, 100%. You know, and even now the mods you see people do with these is like I've seen mods where people can watch films on it. Like they put films on the cartridge, you can watch it. They've now basically implemented so many new different design cases as well that you can basically use. And speaking of modding, this particular one that I have has basically a particular type of screen fitted in it. I forgot the name of it. I remembered it before. I think it's IP something. But essentially what it is that they've just increased the brightness of the screen. So when you basically turn it on, it is absolutely way brighter than any other screen that you would normally have. So one thing I absolutely love is not only the fact that, you know, the Game Boy Advance SP is something that is very much prized amongst like Nintendo fans, but there's like been a massive re-emergence of modding. There's like a new love for...
Because 3D printers exist.
That as well. You know, talk more about that actually. Is it like they're 3D printing parts? They're 3D printing...
I mean, I don't know if they are or if they're not, but because obviously 3D printing just makes it easily accessible to make whatever you want. Yeah. People are just making Game Boy SP shells, I guess. So, yeah.
It's absolutely sick. This is when my true fandom of Pokemon came alive during the Game Boy Advance SP era. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, I guess there's not even link cables.
Never
like,
had one.
You couldn't. Okay, cool. So when
never did it. I knew about it, but never did it.
Yeah. So basically, when you bought Pokemon Leaf Green or Fire Red, it came with that was the first, I think, iteration of like a Bluetooth one or like an interconnected one without using the cable, and it was sick. It was absolutely sick. It was definitely one of those ones where I didn't have really friends that had like Leaf Green or Fire Red like that, which was annoying because only certain Pokemon you could get. Now they've made it a bit more accessible, but that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I just loved the aspect of what gaming was back then. Like you had Pokemon, you had this particular event, you had to go Game Station or to get the code or to do the whole link thing in order to get a certain legendary or to get a certain egg or to get a certain event. And so for me, the Game Boy Advance SP is definitely something that I have so many memories with. Like I've sunk on countless hours on my Pokemon Ruby. I've sunk 200 hours in easily.
It's a long time, mate.
It's a very, very long time. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to speak about. That's something that both Yuri and I have something that's close to our hearts. And yeah, let us know what you guys think. Do you like the Game Boy Advance SP? Did you have one? When did you have one? What was your first game? What were your favorite games? Let us know in the comments, because this is something that should not be played about with. This is an absolute beauty of a console. So yeah, that's it. I've been Archie.
I've been Yuri.
Stay safe.
Stay modern.
There you go. Stay special as well.
Definitely.